What is going on, guys? TonyChino here, and in this video I'm going to be talking about on why Call of Duty is suffering right now, why the fans are pretty much done with it. So I'm gonna skip all the intro and everything, and I'm just gonna go straight into it. So let's do it. So Call of Duty is suffering, and we all know that. I mean, they're doing very good in sales. You know, they released that they have sold much more than the previous Black Ops, which is Black Ops 3. But for some reason, Call of Duty is still very lackluster towards the fans. You know, they're losing a lot of the fan base. Not the hardcore ones, of course, they'll always stay, but the majority of the audience, you know, majority of the people, of course, they move towards what's not just what's fun, but what's, you know, what's the hype around, you know. And we all know that the hype was Fortnite, but it recently just shifted to Apex Legends. So why is that? Well, the game is very stale right now, and it's been like that ever since about December, maybe. The game was great at launch, of course. It was newer, it was popping. It was honestly prime time for Call of Duty again. But the game was just too stale now. It takes too long for updates that are worth playing, you know. And yeah, sure, there's updates every week, every Tuesday, but the updates are just recycled game modes, recycled skins, you know. Not worth even trying to get them. They're just the same thing over and over again, and people get tired of the same thing. That's why games like Fortnite went big, because they would update it frequently, but not just reskins in the market or whatever, but come out with new weapons, of course, new modes, stuff like that. And so the updates here they're not enough. Like, they keep bringing us with double XP, but double XP is not going to keep majority of the fan base back here. Majority of the people don't care about leveling. Even me, as a hardcore Call of Duty fan, I honestly don't really care about leveling. The level's a level. I mean, if you're good, you're good, no matter the level, of course. But the updates they're not worth playing for. And hopefully with the next season coming around in about a week, and on the 19th of February, hopefully that one, I mean, they promised that it's going to be the biggest season of Call of Duty. But I do have faith, because I'm pretty sure League Play will come, but I feel like it's just too late for League Play. If they want to bring Call of Duty at least a little bit more viewers, more people back, it's going to be hard, because people are up with, you know, the whole Battle Royale scene. And even here, Blackout isn't the greatest, but it's something different, but it's still very lackluster from what I've heard. Of course, I don't play Blackout all that often. I'm more of a multiplayer guy, but it just seems very stale, you know. So hopefully League Play can bring something to the table, but we'll just have to wait and see about that. You know, the DLC's even. Come on. Back then it was 4 multiplayer maps and 1 zombies. I get it, you guys have Blackout, which you guys are paying much more attention to this time, because it's, like I said, it's where everyone's playing as. But 2 maps and 1 little zombies is not enough to keep everyone interested for like another month or 2 while you guys come out with more maps. And especially since this season, the past season, those maps were atrocious. And zombies was alright, but still, it's zombies. Very small community, but I love them. But it's not enough to keep majority of the audience. So now I'm gonna move on to competition. Like, what type of competition does Call of Duty have to fight? And right now, it's not much, but it's pretty big. And so pretty much the competition Call of Duty has right now is Fortnite, but more so Apex Legends as well. It's pretty much all the big Battle Royale games, because like I said, that is the hype right now. And well, Call of Duty is no stranger to competition. We saw them fight many big companies, many big title games back in the past with Battlefield 3, Battlefield 4, and they wiped the scene with them. You know, at one point in time, Call of Duty were the king of all first-person shooters. Maybe even still are. But there was one point in time known as the Golden Era with MW2, MW3, Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2, where a lot of them, even myself, consider that point in time that they were the king of gaming as a whole. I honestly believe that if Black Ops 3 came out back in the Golden Era, back before Ghost came out, that this game would have been praised as a great game, maybe even one of the best. And because it's not the content, I mean, it is one complaint that we have, but that's how it was back then. But it's because of all the new things, and I feel like Call of Duty is very sticking to its base, you know, to how it became the biggest game of all time, and they're sticking true to that. Even though, you know, I don't know if they've seen that times have changed with all the battle royale, and they really have to step up making content frequently and quickly to keep grasp of people's attention. You know, this whole battle royale scene really changed gaming as a whole, not just in how we are going to want certain updates and content to look like, but also how gaming is going to shape in the future. So yeah, honestly, I do think that the reason why Call of Duty has suffered, and not just Call of Duty, many other games, you know, Destiny, I probably blame it on the developers, but the community, you know, as a whole really shifted what it wanted, what it expects from companies because of Battle Royale. You know, Fortnite, PUBG, now with Apex. It really changed the way developers and, you know, big gaming studios will come out with content and video games, you know. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm really happy that Battle Royale became a thing, you know. Even though it's not necessarily new, because, you know, shout out to Minecraft Hunger Games, but it really just shaped video games, and it's going to change it from here on to the future. And I think it's a good thing. It's a plus, because we're going to see more, hopefully better titles, such as the whole competition between Fortnite and Apex. You know, hopefully they both try, you know, harder and harder to try and appease the fans, and that'll just be good for us, because we'll be having more quality games, you know, games to play, so we won't be bored of one game. We could just kind of transfer or whatever, but that's a plus on us. You know, we gotta go through the hard times to go through the good times. Okay, now I think that I've gotten off topic, but you get the idea. Call of Duty has been suffering, not just recently, but for a while, and I feel like they had the grasp, but, you know, they were really hit with a punch, you know, just recently with Fortnite and everything, so they were hit with the finta, and so now they need to not necessarily go back to the drawing board, but come with better ideas. You know, they don't have to start over, but they just gotta hit harder. You know, they had us in the first half, you know, but they gotta keep going through it, you know, not give up and make it worse. And I know they won't, because I have a lot of faith in Call of Duty. I've been playing Call of Duty for a long time, and yeah, maybe they let you down sometimes, but personally, Call of Duty is one of my favorite games of all time, and it probably, most likely, it will always be. So yeah, so that's pretty much the video. Hopefully you guys, I mean, tell me if you guys enjoy these type of little commentary videos. This little sweet gameplay in the background I just got, pretty great. I had started slow start, but you know, gotta pick it up. But yeah, might do another one of these soon about gaming as a whole. Working on some Apex stuff, some more Call of Duty stuff. The Resident Evil walkthrough on the side. Most likely will start next week, but yeah, there's that. Sorry if I sounded a little sick. I am, but you know, gotta keep grinding. So hopefully you guys liked it. Tell me what you guys think. If you guys agree, disagree, what do you guys think about this whole Call of Duty situation? Because I know a lot of my friends and a lot of my, I guess, my people, my subscribers, they're Call of Duty majority, but more of just gaming as a whole. So just tell me what you guys think, you know. So this is TonyChino. I'll see you guys next time. Love y'all.